So correct me if I'm wrong on this guy. Could we factor this? No, and when I plug in a 3, I'm going to get 0 over 0, right? But I know I've got to do something, and Gavin just told us the answer is going to be -1. So just another tool for our toolbox. Could I just plug in a number that's a little less than 3? What's a little number to the left of 3? 2. Okay, so Gav, if we wanted to plug in a 2, wouldn't I have a 2 minus 3 up there and then a 2 minus 3 on the bottom? I just plugged in a 2 right there. G. Miller, what's 2 minus 3? Absolute value, -1? 1 over -1 is Gav. So we could do it with just a little guess and check. How many people are like, oh, well, if I wanted to get to the left of 3 but close, I would have done like 2.9. Like 2.9 is closer to 3 than 2 is. So if you would have done 2.9, would it have made a difference? 2.9 minus 3 over 2.9 minus 3. What's 2.9 minus 3? -0.1 absolute valued. 0.1 over any number over itself. Is this still going to be 1? And we had a negative. Yeah. So I'm just, yeah. So sometimes maybe we do a little guess and check on something that you're like, dude, there's no factoring I can do. I'm not sure what that graph looks like. This is another option for us. Sound good? Okay. Let's do number 10, and then I'm going to come back to that last one because the last one was a little funky. Here we go. As x approaches 3, wouldn't I get 0 over 27 minus 27? 0 over 0, woof. Can I do anything? What could I take out of the bottom there, Steph? Let's take an x out first. I dig that. Limit as x approaches 3 of x minus 3, and then x times x squared minus 9? Then she says, now I'm ready to difference of squares. That bottom?
X plus 3, x minus 3.
Awesome, Elliot. Does anything cancel out now that Elliot, you factored that way? X minus 3 is canceled. Well, what do I have up top? 1. Boom. So now you're saying I got the limit as x approaches 3 of 1 over x times x plus 3. And you can plug in, you can plug in that 3 and actually get a value now because we got rid of the whole.
3 times 9.
Wouldn't it be 3 plus 3 is 6 times that 3 is 18? Boom. If we remember that, can we use that to help us over here? Huh! We can. Here's the deal. We're going to break things apart. Limit as x approaches 0. How can I rewrite tangent? Sine over cosine. So I'm going to say sine of 2x over cosine of 2x. That's just the tangent, right? Dividing by this fraction is the same as multiplying by. Dividing by this is the same as multiplying by, Steffi? 1 over 6x secant of 3x. Good job. And some of you will not follow this well, and that's okay. This is not big picture. This is just, hey, can we maybe follow? Okay. Now, do you agree that this does not match this right now? But do you agree I have an x over here? So am I allowed to say I've got the sine of 2x? I need it to be a 2x down here. Correct me if I'm wrong. In order to apply this rule, I need it to be a 2x. Could I say that this is still represented? I just broke it apart. Am I allowed to break that apart? High thumb's nodding for me because he's like, dude, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across, and I still have a sine of 2x on the top, and I still have a 6x on the bottom. I'll get to this other stuff too, but is this 6x still represented? It is. I just broke it apart, which is uncomfortable, and I get that you would be like, oh my God, I would have totally done that too. I get that you would not be there, but can we follow like, all right, 2x times 3 is still 6x. I do need to account for my other stuff. So I'm going to say, I'm going to keep this cosine of 2x down here. I'm going to move it over here, cosine of 2x. How could I rewrite a secant in the bottom? Move it to the top if I rewrite it as cosine. Secant and cosine are each other's reciprocals. So if a secant's in the bottom, I can replace that as a cosine in the top. So is everything accounted for? Is this secant of 3x accounted for? It is. It's the same as cosine if secant was in the bottom. Is this cosine of 2x still accounted for in the bottom? It sure is. So if I multiplied these straight across, would I still get what I started with? I would. It just looks different. Okay, again, not expecting you to do that on your own. Okay, so now if we're looking at that limit, what can I say this quantity is now? Sorry, let me put this. Yeah, we know that this is 1, don't we? So I'm going to say this is 1 times, then we still have to apply the limit here, and we have to apply the limit there. What's the cosine of 0? I'm not writing coordinates very nicely. Right here's 1 comma 0. Okay, that's so sloppy. If this is 0, the cosine is the x, which is the 1. So cosine at 0 here would get me a 1 over 3 times, what's cosine of 0 here? 1 again. Final answer? Yeah.